unless you best believe. Plus the rise more flavor than all the rest. Before the mess, hardcoreness, before the stress. Got to get this flawless flow above my chest. Who's responsible for the impossible flow? Anything in the world that ain't toppable. So I make you anticipate great type shit. Real live niggas appreciate to the utmost. I pack keep the gas close.
All right, good people. All right, good people. Welcome, welcome, welcome. This is Hot Take Wrestling Podcast, episode 172. I am your boy. You see it down there. Boom, right there. Low in the machine. My signage is all off today. That guy right there, that's KG. And this is Hot Take Wrestling Podcast. KG, hold on, brother. Let me get your intro right quick. And you can go ahead and talk to the people one time for the one time.
It's the ginger whiskey assassin, the other KG. Hashtag, y'all gotta chill.
KG, talk to him.
I'm just going to put it out there right now. Seeing as how it's Black History Month, D-Generation X's theme needs to be banned because in the lyrics it does say bow down to the masters.
Hey, I am with you for the month of February. D-Generation X should be banned for the entire month. I'm with you there, buddy. All right. Let me get my intro and we can get this thing going.
It's Big Oos, Old Man Logan, acknowledge him.
All right, y'all. He is I and I am him, the man with the master plan, Logan the Machine. I thank you guys for tuning in. Special night. We're normally on Wednesdays. Wednesdays, the party typically starts at 8, but didn't happen this week. Oh. Here we go. Got one more person. Hold on one second. All right. Hold on, brother. Don't say nothing. Let me get your intro right now.
And now, your wise man, No Chill with Phil. Hashtag MM99.
Wise man, talk to the people.
What's happening, peeps? My name is Phil Myers Sr., a.k.a. Can't Knock It the Great with No Chill with Phil, the voice of violence on the indie circuit, the practicing polygamist, Eminem, the minister of madness and mayhem, medium meat. It ain't too big, it ain't too small, it's just medium. The two-time child support slayer of the greatest state of Illinois. What is up, y'all? What's happening?
What's happening, brother? All right, people didn't see that. People ain't saw that and ain't heard that in a while. So good to have you here, brother, on the, you know what I'm saying, Hot Take Wrestling show.
Sometimes you just got to give the people no bread, no water, just meat. Sometimes the people need that, bro.
Hey, man, I hear you. Man. But, yeah, ladies and gentlemen, so y'all see y'all got the trio tonight. As I was saying before the wise man came, graced us with his presence as well. Yeah, I just want to make the announcement again. I said it last week. I'm gonna say it again. Summer Slam 2026. You will see Hot Take Wrestling. We will do a hosting party. We're gonna get all the particulars together, and yeah, it's not just gonna be me this time. It's gonna be the whole crew. So you're gonna get KG. You're gonna get the wise man. You're gonna get Will. All right. You never know who else may show up from there. But yeah, it's gonna go down. Yeah.
What is this, the plug for WrestleMania? You never know who's going to show up at the table.
You never know who's gonna show up. So we got to do the bootleg. We got to do the bootleg commercial. You know what I'm saying? Like WrestleMania, but only for SummerSlam. So I just want to put that out there so the people know they got more than enough time to get ready. Okay, details coming. Yeah. Miles, what's going on?
Go ahead, say your intro.
My name is Miles Morales.
No, not Miles Morales.
Yeah.
You know, Miles Myers.
I am Miles
Myers. And you can't teach that.
And you can't teach that. Brother! Hey, where's Daddy?
I'm right here. See? I'm right here.
I come on. What's that guy on this?
Okay. Go get brother.
Okay.
Go get brother. So we got a lot to talk about, man. We got a lot to get caught up on.
Yeah, man. So we're gonna do the weekly recap. KG is gonna tell us his review of AEW's latest pay-per-view. Man, Swerve and Kenny Omega put on the clinic last night on Dynamite. Would love to get some recap on Dynamite as well. Whose house? Is definitely Swerve's house, boy. After last night, I am so ready to grab my first ever Swerve Strickland T-shirt after last night. I would grab Kenny Omega's too because it was a great match. So yeah, on the future episode, I'll be showing both of my AEW shirts. But yeah, great match. Salute to both of those guys. And shout out to everybody that's tuning in. It's a surprise night. We normally here on Wednesdays, but yeah. Wise Man, I don't know why you are muted. I didn't mute you. I can't unmute because you have to.
Don't see why I'm muted, right?
Yeah. So, people that's watching, I have put the link in there. If you guys
hold on, bro. Hold on, real quick. I got somebody else that need to do their intro.
Okay, here we go. Here you go.
Yeah, that's brother, our cousin.
You gonna do your intro?
Brother or cousin?
Bye.
What up? It's your boy Phil Myers Jr., the child support recipient. I am, light skinned man, the call up on the job. I don't even know what I'm talking about. I am the real Black Panther. I am the real God of War. Have y'all seen that new remastered trilogy? I am the Stopper. We do stuff Christian. And you know how it is. Yeah!
Yeah. Bro, my kids have entirely too much of me in them.
Ain't nothing wrong with it, brother. Ain't nothing wrong. That means one thing for sure, too, for certain. You cannot deny them.
No.
Oh, I just intended.
Yep. All right. So yeah, man. So like I said, we're gonna get into the weekly recap. KG's gonna review AEW's latest pay-per-view for us, give us his match of the night, as well as his wrestlers of the week. And from there, man, we'll see where the conversation goes. Yeah, like I said, we have the link in the comment section. So if anybody wants to come, give us their thoughts on AEW's latest pay-per-view, give us their thoughts on Hot Take After Dark, on High Takes, or just want to, come and give us praise. Hey, that's cool too. But yeah, KG, are you ready, my good friend?
Yep.
All righty, here we go.
And now, your week in review.
Floor is yours, KG.
I'm just gonna say they did really you the bogus. They could have at least went with a 2R from a man's haircut, man. But that being said, I thought Briscoe and Kyle Fletcher had the match of the night. They just had automatic chemistry, basically. I think there was their 7th time they had a matchup. They were 3-3 against before each other for that match. Heyman and Andrade had a hell of a match, but I think I wasn't surprised because I think they wanted to culminate that feud with MJF. That's why I think we both had Heyman winning. Let's see. I say the opener. They keep trying to protect Konosuke Takeshita. See this man's name right. Konosuke Takeshita. There we go. After the 3rd time. That's why they had that finish with him and Moxley with a time limit draw. I think he hasn't really had a lot of clean losses in AEW for the most part. So definitely tell they're trying to potentially push him as one of the faces of the company. But then they did announce at Revolution there's supposed to be no time limit for a rematch against him and Mox. So I basically going to see where that's going to go because I thought he was going to keep the NJPW title a little bit longer than he kept it. And then maybe they thought they were going to do him and Okada for that title in Japan somewhere. But guess it's neither here nor there because that's already coming past. I thought MJF and Hangman had a good face off last night, face to face, for the tie their match at Revolution. I think Hangman said that if he doesn't win a championship, he's not going to challenge for it ever again. So that's interesting there. Going over to the WWE side, I just thought it was hilarious. Liv Morgan over there getting treated in Spanish, and Dominic got to translate what's going on.
Hey, bro, that shit was funny as hell, bro. That was funny.
He over there
Why they
back
set
and
it?
forth.
Why they set it up like a Telemundo soap opera?
Right.
Like,
They
did y'all
definitely
see
did.
They.
Hey man, that's that TKO production on Netflix. That's what that is.
Definitely.
That's definitely that. L.A. have me rolling. You over there cussing out Logan Paul. Talking about this ain't Cody P3. He's like, yeah, you broccoli head a little. I'm not gonna repeat it because we got a kid in the room, but that was pretty funny. This masked man, I don't know who it is. I'm not sure if it's Seth, but there's just we're not having no more clean finishes of matches. The masked man got to be involved, or the masked person got to get involved somehow. That's just the starter kit for WWE superstars right now. Everybody coming back in all black. I told Logan last week, Phil. I told him we got Retribution 2.0 basically. That's how I feel like all these people in all black making these attacks, man. They got to come up with something else. I hope they got that tie for the laundry whenever you got to get recycled to the next person. Let's see. Tag teams, they didn't really do much to set anything up. They had the Usos in that 6-man, so they ain't really building towards WrestleMania yet. I guess they're trying to get out another month. I know Jey Uso's supposed to be in the Elimination Chamber qualifier next week in that triple threat against Bronson Reed, and I think was it the original Grande Americano, which is hilarious to me how over he is because initially it started off to be the troll thing and Chad Gable was supposed to find the secret to beating the luchadors, and now this dude is just super over.
Over.
And then what's even funny is, as we all assume it's Ludwig Kaiser as the other El Grande Americano, this man is basically fluent in Spanish, didn't know that. Or at least knows enough to sound like it. I don't know, because he cuts his promos. I'm like, I don't think he's just making up words as he's cutting these promos. So that's interesting, too, that I'm like, he actually maybe should have been the original one in the first place. But, can't go back in time to get somebody that gimmick. And I think he's basically filled that role really well. I'm excited that Javon Evans qualified for the Money in the Bank. Or not Money in the Bank. Wow, that's at least 5 months. Elimination Chamber. There we go.
I'm really impressed with him. That Javon Evans, I really like.
No, absolutely. I'm definitely looking forward to an OG cutter off the top of the chamber. Let's see if that's got to have to be timed just right, though. Obviously. But what are we gonna see first? What are we gonna get? Or that'll really put him over. It's always RKO out of nowhere. What if it's OG cut out of nowhere? What if he eliminates Orton? With an OG cut out of nowhere.
You trying to get a heel Orton back?
Just saying, man. OG cut out of nowhere. But I would say rest of the week, I'll give it to Kyle Fletcher. He returned to his hometown triumphantly with the title. I thought they could have basically. I wasn't the biggest fan of that hot potato thing they did with Ciampa. I understood they wanted to reward someone they feel like is going to be one of their cornerstones. And then for the women, trying to think that anybody have any stand out. I'm gonna go Willow. Big week for her. Retained the tag team championships against Megan Bayne and Penelope Ford. And then she also retained the TBS championship last night in a fatal 4-way against Mina Shirakawa, Megan Bayne, and Marina Shafir. So definitely a big week for Willow and AEW. Punk's just basically saying what we all think about Finn and Judgment Day. Like, that's not it. It's time to cut ties with them. I'm glad they're really hinting at potentially. I think it's going to end up being Dom versus Finn, honestly. I mean, I'm not going to say we all, but at least most of us with hot take. And the IWC would definitely want Finn to touch that world championship again at some point. But I do think his WrestleMania moments fight is going to have to be dethroning Dom. That's not to say he can't get that push again because Finn's in his early 40s and we're seeing people in their upper 40s, early 50s, part timers potentially getting that. Maybe it'll be the summer of Finn. Who knows?
Right.
But that's all I got in my recap as far as I know Bianca finally showed back up on social media. So I'm not sure if that's leading to potential return anytime soon. But yeah, hopefully a speedy recovery because I'm not sure where they're gonna go WrestleMania wise if she is out of the loop. I'm guessing, like I said, maybe Rhea and Jade. I think that's because they keep hinting at that because once again they had that backstage segment again last week when after the match got thrown out against Lash Legend and Nia Jax where they had the face off backstage. So I'm pretty sure we're gonna get Rhea and Jade, and that'll definitely put a stamp on Jade's championship run if it is Rhea Ripley because she's basically done it all at WrestleMania in the sense she's knocked out Charlotte to win a championship. She beat Asuka for a championship at another WrestleMania. She beat Becky to retain 2 years ago at WrestleMania 40. So those are four of the you'll use the term pillar, but those are four of the pillars of the last 5 to 10 years in the women's division. And Rhea's beat them all at WrestleMania. So definitely looking forward to seeing what they do with because we all basically know that Liv more likely gonna pick Stephanie before. So
Yeah. Okay.
And they don't know what to do.
All right, so super quick. You really want to see Finn as champ?
not right now, not like the Judgment Day Finn, but like Prince Finn from NXT, yeah, because they'll change the gimmick up. They're already hinting at it. He's more aggressive now, so he's not doing the little underhanded stuff. He even checked JD and Dom said basically he didn't want them to attack Punk. So I think they're going to turn on Finn at Elimination Chamber.
One thing, when CM Punk turned his back, that brought me back to when Sting was coming down the rafters at NWO with the bat,
Yeah.
and he kept turning his back on people. I thought that was pretty dope. I like that. I kind of wanted to see Trick Willie do that to Orton last week or a week before last on SmackDown, where he was like, "It's not too smart to turn your back on me." Like, that'd have been dope if Trick had did that. Like Boogeyman. Like, yeah. Turn that down, baby. Did something happen? Why ain't nobody talking?
No, I thought you were still making a point.
Oh.
That's why I was listening.
WWE is kind of weird right now. Shout out to Kurt. What's up, Kurt? JYD, Junkyard Dog, watching on Facebook. I didn't say shut up. Be quiet. I didn't say that. My bad, y'all.
I just had to ban and remove somebody comment in the comments. Disrespect will not be tolerated around these parts, people. You guys,
What happened? What did he say?
I'm not going to even give him like brother, but it matters not. But hey, that just means people are tuning in to Hot Take that don't normally tune into it. So cool. Welcome. We'll welcome you as long as you come with respect. If you don't come with respect, get out of here.
Hey, whose mic is that?
That's what.
Somebody mic is loud.
I don't know. Is it mine? Do I sound loud?
That might be KG. What's buzzing, cousin?
Uh-oh.
Got a couple people watching on Facebook.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
But let's see. Anything else? Oh, let me do NXT real quickly. What happened in the world of NXT? NXT results. Kalani Jordan defeated Lola Vice on Tuesday. We got a confrontation from Ricky Saints with Joe Hendry. Okay, hold on. Let me add KG back because KG. Oh, there we go.
Yeah. Backup cook crack.
So let me see if I need to kick that one.
I got it.
Never mind. All right. So yeah, where was I at? Tony D'Angelo defeated Cutler James. The Vanity Project defeated Hank and Tank, The Culling, and OTM. Fatal 4-way #1 contenders match for the NXT tag titles. Zarya saved Sol Ruka from JC Jane in the Fatal Influence.
You can wave and say hi.
Eli Knight and Elio LaFleur had a speed tournament final match that ended in a draw. That's going to lead to a triple threat next week for the speed championship. NXT North American champion Ethan Page defeated Silo
What do you
Hill
say?
from what is it?
You gonna go push?
I can't think of that. The new like development that WWE has. What is they call Evolve? Silo Hill from Evolve. And last but certainly not least, sorry y'all, I had brain freeze there. There was some outside interference which helped Ethan Page win. And Miles Bourne came and attacked Ethan Page until he made him give him a North American title match. I believe that takes place next week. So that is your NXT dose. TNA Impact is on right now on AMC. So I implore you guys to be in tune with that. Making sure y'all check that out as well, because we're gonna try to deliver the goods on that as well. Let's see.
I do enjoy the fact that a lot of these promotions, people getting bullied in title matches. Between Ethan Page and then also Raquel Rodriguez basically did that. Or Gonzalez, sorry, she's. Which one is she right now? My fault.
She's Rodriguez right now. I think they changed the name when she got called up.
She did, and that's been that way. But no, it's because they. Oh, go ahead. What are you saying?
No, I was gonna say I don't know. I have like zero clue as to why they changed it from Gonzalez.
Because I think Raquel Gonzalez is her actual birth name, and I think they want ownership of all that stuff.
Wait, say that again?
I think Raquel Rodriguez's real name, I think it was actually Raquel Gonzalez. And I think that's why they changed it.
They sure did.
No, that's why I said the old one for a second. But no, it's similar to yeah, I think that was Louis Kaiser. I think that was his real name too when he was down in NXT. Marcel Bartel. I think that's his real name.
He was ready to give him the arrogance spray.
And see, y'all talking about watching TNA. I can't help but watch Could Have Been Love season 2. Like
now what the hell is that, bro? Oh, the Drew show.
Yeah, it Could Have Been Love.
I could have saw you on that, sir. You would have been the perfect castmate on there.
I didn't hell not to date Drewski. What the hell?
What,
no, he said like castmate. Like
castmate.
When you doesn't he have like other dudes on there that's like doing like helping him
like
set up?
Homies.
Yeah, like security and yeah,
that's what he's talking about. That's what I thought. 'Cause I don't even pay attention. I just catch I just be catching like reels of that.
Bro, this shit funny.
When he kicked the old girl, he said, "Oh no," because she said she was like 18 barely or something. Some chick from Philly or something, but yeah.
Yo, it's a couple of them. It's one chick from Harlem. It's a couple of them. They hard, bro. They hard.
But Wise Man, you was making a point. You said something about WWE kind of being in a weird space right now. So I want you to expound on that real quick.
We're spaced on a couple different angles. And WWE has a very bad habit of starting something and not finishing it, where it doesn't feel like a complete follow through. All right, I get that Brown Breaker's hurt. But now what? Now what? This masked man. It's like, come on. Like, we've been dealing with this. Like, what's up, y'all? Like, do y'all not have the foresight to start what y'all finish? You know what I'm saying? The thing with Finn is just from out of nowhere. You know what I'm saying? Well, I'm here, and it's like, bro, you ain't been doing shit since Big Head got hurt. Which JD McDonough's head is huge. Like his fucking head is big, bro. His head is like a watermelon tilted on the side. Like, bro got a big ass head.
He do got a bobblehead for sure.
Bro.
Doesn't it remind you of like remember those wooden masks? that have, like,
Off of Crash Bandicoot. Yeah, bro. Like he got a Crash Bandicoot. Like one of them heads. Like, bro. Like his head does not belong on his body. Like, if that makes sense.
That's probably what saved him when he hit that damn announcer table.
You know what I'm saying? Like his
because he hit his head on there. I think.
But how you hit your head and break 3 ribs? Like, what the hell? Like, he hit his head, but he broke 3 ribs. Like,
Aftershock. I don't know.
bro, I don't know. But, like, the stuff with Judgment Day is kind of lame. Turn it down a little bit for me. The stuff with Judgment Day is kind of lame a little bit. It's funny as hell with Stephanie Vaquer and Liv. But you could also see, like, the startup tension between Liv and Raquel. And it's like, why aren't y'all going with that? Like, that's a solid point. You know what I'm saying? The jealousy, the animosity, because Liv did eliminate her from the Royal Rumble. And it's one of the things, like, Raquel, you couldn't get the job done against Stephanie. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
It's stuff that they're letting fall through the wayside where it's like, oh, come on, man. Like, come on.
Well, you know what my mind is going to, though? Since they trying to hint at Dom trying to look so much like Eddie. Who was the original Mamacita?
China.
China. And what are they trying to call it? Big Mommy Cool? I'm thinking Dom ain't loyal to nobody. You see he left Rhea. I would think, what did Dom live? They try to go with that angle.
That would be another dope angle.
Because they were hitting that Roxanne for a while. But that'll really throw people.
That surgery though, so that probably.
Oh, okay.
That probably
had surgery.
Roxanne.
On what?
Not like an enhancement surgery. It was like it says.
Oh, I was gonna say, is it a Kiana James situation? Because you know she.
No. It was like some mask that had to be removed or something like that.
Oh no! Speedy recovery.
In her back, yeah. Let me go back to the message. Let's see. It was a benign mass between her back muscles that they had to remove.
Nah, I'm not telling.
I thought it was maybe a face injury initially because I remember a couple weeks ago there was a match that took place and it looked like she got a knee to the face. And it,
yeah.
Something, maybe a broken nose or something, but I thought they were writing her off of television then, but apparently not. But fast forward, now she's had this surgery, so I don't know what that means for her in WrestleMania now. But they do have a lot of injuries that are kind of mulling them and maybe marring a lot of the storyline plans, or at least the pre-plans they had in place for WrestleMania.
This WrestleMania is cursed.
Yeah. But that's why.
Why you say that? Why you say that?
That's why you.
Because that's why they shouldn't have run it. They shouldn't have. Ironically, did you see he was voted the most overrated wrestler of the year last year? Messed up.
And Booker got won the
worst announcer. They be doing Booker bogus.
Yeah.
But yeah, I go ahead, Bill.
And see, I didn't like that because Booker T, when I do watch NXT, Booker T is funny. Booker T is funny.
But Booker T is also very knowledgeable too. So yeah, I don't know.
He kind of reminds me of like John Witherspoon, just in wrestling. I don't know why John Witherspoon, but just like how he quick with it, you know.
Yeah.
He's real sharp. He's on point. Like, yo, like it's crazy with how good Booker T is.
No, and here's the thing too. Where I'll say, I don't take all that. I know in terms of, I think they care about, some of the wrestlers care about in terms of like the top 10 match of the year. I think they care about that stuff, and the most outstanding rest stuff like that. But with the commentators, I'm like, bro, how AEW, right? You telling me you telling me Booker T is a worse commentator than Tony Schiavone? Got it here. Tony Schiavone does not. He needs to be doing interviews. I don't know if they be putting them on there because Taz and Brian Danielson don't want to be on there every week, and Excalibur. But those, I don't know. But I'm just saying Tony Schiavone's awful. Like
that could be it too. Because okay, so I will say this with the commentary. That spark that you got to have that match with the other commentator. Corey Graves and Michael Cole, they work. Booker T and whoever the other guy, they don't mesh well. Tony Schiavone was amazing when he was with Mike Tenay.
Oh, that's fair.
They don't mesh well. Now. Yeah, they don't mesh well. Like JR and the King, perfect.
Right.
Perfect. Gorilla Monsoon and Vince. It's people before that meshed really well. Macho Man and Vince meshed really well.
Yeah.
It's just like, all right, we got an old schooler and a new schooler, and this is.
But a lot of the people that won those awards, that's what I'm saying. It was very AEW heavy. The fact that Hangman won Maneuver of the Year for the Buckshot, he's been doing the Buckshot Larry. You tell me that's a better move at this point than Soul Ruka's Soul Snatcher? No.
Yo, is that the chick that do like that flip off the turnbuckle?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like a flip.
Somebody says like Jeff Hardy's move combined with Randy Orton's, like a Swanton bomb. It's still like
that's totally what it is. It's the Swanton bomb with an RKO.
I'm like, you telling me
watch both of those and then do that. They're the same thing.
But shout out to her too, though. She definitely went with the Lita gear, inspired gear at Royal Rumble. Well, even though they always cover the ladies up anyway, but she definitely has that vibe of like a Lita too.
Yeah.
But
you know what else though? When it comes to NXT and as far as the commentators, I think what happens is, Booker catches a bad rep because, like myself, even I miss when NXT had Mauro Ronaldo and what he brought to the commentary for NXT at that time, which is why everybody kind of loved it. And I sit back when I watch NXT now, I can tell that it's kind of just being produced, and in the way it's being produced is, okay, this is our development league. It's not being produced in a manner where it's like, okay, this is on par with Raw and with SmackDown. You know what I'm saying? It's like it's here, and it's like they produce it that way on purpose. And I often watch NXT, and I'm just kind of like, I kind of wish they would kind of just bring a little bit of that sauce and that spicy that they used to have with the black and gold brand when you had the carrying crosses, you had the Finns down there, the Shinsuke's, the what's my man name? Damien, what's his name?
Damian Priest. Yeah.
Aleister Black. When you had them down there, DIY was down there. Street Profits, like it felt like a whole nother like federation, but it was on par. NXT now, it feels like what it is, a developmental brand.
Yeah.
And now they have Evolve, which is even more of a developmental brand. And I was at least under the impression initially that, hey, okay, now we're going to try to propel NXT to be, you know what I'm saying, on par with these two. So this is an official third brand, and now Evolve is the development brand. But it ain't necessarily presented in that way. So I think a lot of flack. I think Booker T gets a lot of flack because he doesn't do what Mauro was doing. He doesn't do what Corey was doing down there. So that's my 2 cents.
Well,
my bad, y'all. He want to show y'all his shield. Hold it up.
Okay, Winter Soldier.
Okay, you good?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Go ahead, KG.
Oh no, it's all good. I was gonna say I think Booker T also gets a bad rap too because when he does his over the top stuff, you know how it just sounds like he's trying to be too funny at times. When Booker T's actually breaking down the in ring product, you cannot tell me Booker T is the worst television announcer. Like this
Right.
dude is hell of intelligent when he's not trying to get a laugh and going over the top to get that laugh. So
Mhm.
I just think that's complete BS. But you know,
And then you see him on like the LFG show, and you see the
that's what
seriousness.
I'm saying. Yeah,
Yeah, and I think people are holding that against him too. And it's like, yo, this Booker T that's on commentary is a caricature of himself. That's like the real deal. When you see him on LFG, or when you've seen him back in the day on Tough Enough, where he's one of the instructors, and he's trying to help people get to that next level, which is to get the WWE contract and be an actual in-ring competitor. You know what I mean?
right.
Like, I
Absolutely.
think people forget that component of it. Like, nah, this is still a show. He's still bringing a character to life. You know what I'm saying? That he has, and he has to do some of those things, or at least he feels like he, chooses to do those things and wants to do those things, with their character in that moment in time.
And then what's going on with their advancement with Joe Henry? Did they do anything with him as far as since he's won the championship, or did they have anybody lined up?
It's just been a build up. They're building up to him and Ricky Saints. Really, I don't know where that's gonna head. I don't know if that leads with a short-lived title run with Joe Hendry being a transitional champion or not. But I think they got Ricky Saints right there in pocket. Ricky Saints lost it to Oba, won it from Oba. You know what I mean? So kind of I don't know why that happened. Let me add it back. But oh, that's why I did it. But yeah, so that's pretty much what's going on. You got kind of, I thought I had it pulled up here with Ricky and Joe. So that's it. That's it so far. There's pieces there. The presentation again, it needs to be refined a little bit more so it just doesn't look as developmental, if you will. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? I want to touch on the Bianca Belair news you mentioned earlier. She said she was supposed to have finger surgery. So, with that being said, I don't know. I'm hoping she makes it to WrestleMania, but it looks like she was having what's the word I'm looking for here? When you go and they have physical therapy. She was having physical therapy for the finger, and as we know, this is WWE, so this could totally be, you know what I'm saying, kayfabe, and they have her in there and she's actually ready to go. Who knows? But I do think if she does have to truly have finger surgery, she's probably gonna miss this window of WrestleMania this year. And if that's the best, that ends up being the best thing for her, then great. She comes back when she comes back. Whatever story they want to tell, then they get to tell it when she returns. Where that leaves maybe Jade. I don't know how you get to Rhea. I wouldn't mind Rhea. Rhea's definitely more than capable of giving a good match and being, giving Jade Cargill a great showing at WrestleMania. You see two Titan of a women, two Amazon women, going at it. You know what I'm saying? And it'll be a great match. I just don't know if you necessarily go there. You also got, Tiffy time. You could go back to that, Tiffany Stratton, or I don't. If it was going to be anybody returning, we probably would have got them already. And we see Rhea's getting ready to do a return MMA match with Jake Paul's promotion in May. So I doubt if she's gonna be doing anything in terms of WrestleMania. But it is in May, so who knows? Who knows what could happen between now and WrestleMania as far as giving Jada a viable opponent. You do got, Charlotte right there too. So you have plenty of people already in place that could, be a great opponent for Jade. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. The only reason I'm seeing possibly Rhea is because um, she could pull double duty too because of how they big of a. Well, for one, they might want her to do that anyway because if Bianca's out, they're gonna be lacking some star power right there. So Rhea might be pulling double duty. That's what I'm saying. I know that's what maybe you were getting at too. I'm not trying to put words in your mouth or anything like that, but If they are still tag champions, that does present a problem. Unless, like I said, they want Rhea to pull double duty, which, like I said, is not out of the realm. We've seen people do that. We saw that at WrestleMania 40 with Seth, Cody, and Roman, back-to-back nights them wrestling. Seth less so because his match the second night it still was an intense match, but I think they bring about his match against Drew in about 10 minutes, I want to say. It was still a good match, but you could tell he was just too banged up for that match to go on any longer.
Right.
Hey, I got a question for y'all.
Yeah.
Do y'all like where Rhea Ripley's going? Because I'm not a fan of.
I'm
not a fan of skinny Rhea.
They're out there for a heated round.
I'm not a fan of skinny Rhea. I miss jacked Rhea. Jacked Rhea was more of a dog. Like, what do y'all think? Am I bugging? What do y'all think?
Oh, I mean, she did lose quite a sizable amount of weight. You know, I don't know if it just was to become leaner or, you know, if it was for whatever reason may have you. But she definitely, I won't say she lost her intimidation factor when she lost some of that weight, because she still has a presence, and she's one of them that has a presence. You know what I mean? Not to mention that she has a motor, so she definitely can go in the ring, obviously, but she still has a presence. But with being leaner, that does kind of regress just a tad bit. You know what I mean? And it makes her, while being formidable, it makes her, you know, going against the Jade. Jade just looked like she made out of stone, dude. Like, you know, it would be like I said, two Titans like matching up. With Jade being the bigger of the two. But as far as you know, I'm one of those fans who I like tweener Rhea. I don't necessarily like full on babyface Rhea. Like right now, she's in the babyface role with EO. EO too. I kind of like tweener EO. I don't necessarily like when they in babyface land. Like when EO was down there in NXT and she was doing her, you know, tweener style. Loved it. That triple threat match she had down there, I think it was her, Rhea, and Charlotte for the NXT Women's Championship at the In Your House. One of their best matches ever to me. But when they get into that old happy, joy, I give you $1 if you know where that's from. Only the old heads know that.
Ren and Stimpy.
You know, only the old heads know that. That's why I said that. I'll buy it. What do you say? I'll buy that for $1. But yeah, man, I don't know. What about you, KG?
I missed part of it because I was looking for something on my. What was the question?
He was just saying as far as like Rhea's stature. I mean, Phil, you're right there. You can tell him again.
I'm not a huge fan of skinny, slim Rhea. I like Jack Rhea a little better. Or not? I mean, are y'all frozen? Like,
no, I'm here. I said my piece. I was waiting on
you. Can't hear me, KG?
I can't hear what he's saying though. I can't hear Phil.
You can't hear him at all?
Oh, well, but Rhea's stature though, you spoke to that point. I think she's just also changing up her gear too though, because she also was recently started wearing the shorts more often. So maybe that just makes her appearance look different. I don't know, because in comparison to other women, she's kind of tall, but in reality, you know, for the division, she's one of the taller ones. But and for a woman, she's tall. But I think that's just, I don't know. I thought she's kind of I don't think she looks that much different.
I mean, she's leaned out. Like I would say,
she's starting to look like Charlotte. She looking like a goth Charlotte.
Another good example. Like she's leaned out to that point. Like she's muscled, so it's not like she's well, she might have lost some muscle too, but she's leaned out to the point where she's not as heavy as she once was. I would say she's lost maybe a good 20, maybe 30 pounds.
I say a good 30. At least a good 30.
She's not as heavy as she once was. You know what I mean? So I just spoke to it kind of, you know what I'm saying, just lessening her intimidation factor. Obviously, It's a lot of shorter women on the roster, so, you know, she still has that. It just when it comes to like a Jade or a Bianca, where these are women of similar stature, They just, you know what I'm saying. They're not she's not as heavy as she once was, as big as she once was. Bowser.
But bro, like it's funny you brought up Jade because Jade looks like a oh, bro. She's carved from stone, bro. But I'm liking the direction with Jade, even though they give her shit. Oh, she ain't had a championship match or she rarely defends it. I'm liking Jade. I'm really liking Lash Legend and this Nia Jax thing that they got going on. I love how they just bully. Like, bro.
It's working.
Bro, they just naturally bullying people. Like, it's hilarious that they just like toss like EO and Liv, Alexa Bliss. Like the way that they just chucking them, like bro, come on, bro.
Mm-hmm.
Like, come on, bro. Like, my opinion. I think they should be doing
like in Vince's WWE. That's why you had the like smaller people, you know, quote unquote, that were like the mid carders. They would go for like the IC title, and that would kind of be it. And by smaller, I'm saying like these guys are still like Bret Hart was still like 6 feet tall, but you know what I mean. Then you got Hulk Hogan, who was however tall he was. What was Hulk? 6'6"?
About 6'6", yeah.
You know what I mean? Andre the Giant, these Yokozuna, these huge people, you know, and it's like, okay, these are our heavyweight champions, you know what I mean? And to bring it to modern day, it's like the Alexa Blisses, the Zelina Vegas, the EOs, you know what I'm saying? The Kabuki Warriors, you know, Kari and Asuka, like they're women of like average size. So you putting them in matches with these massive women, it's just kind of like, yeah, they are gonna just like sling them around and make them look like kids. Like,
I still think it's one of the travesties in the history of WWE, the fact that one of the greatest heels of all time, probably arguably one of the greatest heels, never touched the world championship, Ted DiBiase. You telling me you couldn't have put a stable around that man if the height thing was what it was?
Wait, who?
It really boggles my mind that Sergeant Slaughter is a former WWF champion and Ted DiBiase and Roddy Piper are not.
Ted DiBiase never held the title?
Yeah, I'm because Sergeant Slaughter was 6'5", whatever. His orgasm over tall men.
yeah, no, Ted never had it. That's how he ended up doing the whole $1 million championship.
He tried to buy the championship or something at 1.2.
Mm-hmm.
I could have sworn.
He's
Yeah,
he's not officially
who did
listed as
he
a former
bought it
WWF
from?
champion.
Somebody. Like he bought it from someone. Who did he? Wait. Ted never held the
Still can't
title.
hear word Phil saying, should I leave and try to come back in?
Yeah.
Yeah, no, Ted was one of them. Rick Rude never held the WWF championship. Let's see who else. I got it. There we go. Wait, I got it, brother. I got it.
Bro, I got okay.
Now I can hear you.
You do that
Okay.
on the next show. I got it on this one. Control.
Even doing nothing.
Push the button.
Can you hear him now, KG?
Yeah.
Okay.
Push the damn button.
Ted DiBiase never held the title, huh? I'm kind of surprised by that. Like, I feel like that's inaccurate, but
No, he tried to buy it once. The closest he ever came was to the title. The closest he ever came to winning it was, I think, WrestleMania 4. I think him and Randy Savage was the main event.
because he bribed somebody.
Yeah, he
and
did, but they
gave
don't
him the
recognize
title.
right. Right, but they don't recognize that as an actual like
That's messed
That's
up.
what I'm talking about. Yeah, I think he bribed Andre the Giant or somebody, and they sold it to him, but they didn't recognize it as an actual reign.
Mm. And as over as Rick Rude was, it's amazing that he didn't touch it, and he was jacked to the
Pause.
gills too. Like, you know, good pause. You know, Rick Rude was a big dude. Like, you know,
He held the Intercontinental title though.
Yeah, but he never had
Okay.
the main title. Like he
He never had it in WWE, but I think he
got
had,
it in
WCW.
WCW.
Yeah,
That had to have been early on in WCW.
No, it was like late '80s or something.
Okay. Okay. Yeah, because his last match was when he got hurt with Sting. Yeah, that was WCW. Yeah, okay.
Wasn't Rick Rude on Raw and WCW at the same time? Because wasn't he in DX?
Shortly thereafter, yeah, he was with DX, and then next thing you know, he was with NWO.
NWO.
Yeah.
Was he getting that Chris Maloney money from Law and Order SVU?
Which is hilarious that he went from exit prominent stable in WWF, enter prominent stable in WCW, like that. And was he part of the clique, like a elder statesman to the clique?
Uh,
I think he was like their Paul Heyman, if I'm not mistaken. Mm-hmm. Except he didn't say much. He just stood back there with like a briefcase or something.
Yeah.
well, one other person that was, I think, a part of it, kind of, that it wasn't a name until later in his career, Justin Credible from ECW. I think he was one of their boys too. If I'm not mistaken.
Yeah. Y'all remember when Justin Credible
what
broke his neck?
happened to Justin Credible?
I do not know. I could not tell you. I know
after he broke his neck, bro. I think he was done.
Yeah, because I remember he made an appearance. I think he was like CM Punk's first opponent on ECW TV. I'm not mistaken. I want to say Justin Credible might have been.
Yeah, after he broke his neck, yeah, he was done.
Yeah, Paul Heyman was pushing that dude to the moon on ECW. It was him, RVD. Like Sabu was always having matches, but it was him, RVD, Taz, Bam Bam Bigelow, another guy that just always was having matches on ECW.
Tommy Dreamer, Sandman.
Shane Douglas.
Yeah. And Shane Douglas, the franchise. Like
Raven, Dudley Boys.
Yep.
Kurt Angle for a very small stint of time.
Yeah, because RVD was supposed to get the title in the original ECW, I think, because he broke his ankle. Because I think he was supposed to be the double champion when he had a TV title for almost 2 years, and then I think they were supposed to either make him a double champion or he was supposed to get the title, but then he broke his ankle. And I think that's why he never touched won the championship in the original ECW.
Oh, so before, because KZ, I think you said you had something you wanted to use for the heated.
I couldn't find it. It was more so they had listed. I don't know if the fans voted the top 10 matches in WWE history.
Mm-hmm.
Let me see if I can find it.
Okay, but what I wanted to ask, I know you saw Dynamite, Wiseman. I don't know if you saw it, but
dude, I've said it before. I said it again. AEW has great talent with terrible storylines. I saw that thing with Swerve and who was that? Hangman.
No, that was Kenny Omega.
With him and Kenny Omega, where he was like, "I needed this. I needed." All right, bro.
You didn't tell me you didn't like that, bro. Hey, that was a great match. I am a little bit confused though, because I'm like, okay, where does Swerve go from here now? That's like that was the main thing for me. I'm like, all right.
I'm trying to figure out how MJF is the champ.
So I think Hangman touched on that pause last night during their promo. It was a match taking place. MJF had won a guaranteed contract for a title match. He came out of nowhere, I think, from that match. KG can tell us for sure. And long story less long, attacked Hangman, covered him, and that's how he won the title.
So pretty much a Money in the Bank.
Pretty much, yeah. It's like their version of it without the briefcase. You just kind of got the contract. I mean, and Money in the Bank is basically what is it that they do that in TNA? A briefcase on a stick or some shit is called. But
Feast of Famine, I think.
Feast of Famine. Oh yeah, where basically they open the briefcases and somebody ends up being fired from one of them. Somebody gets a championship opportunity. But yeah, so I was gonna say, like, where does Swerve go from here?
WWE.
He said it sounded like he ain't coming back.
Did y'all see that one post that said Gunther's retirement tour through 2035?
Yeah, yeah.
Hey, you know what? That could be a thing with him. That's another angle that they could go.
They said Brock Lesnar this year, Chris Jericho and Rey Mysterio next year, The Rock in 2028, The Miz and CM Punk in 2030, Sheamus and Randy Orton in 2031. It says Roman Reigns in 2035.
But see, that Roman just coming back for a little bit anyway.
Bro, Roman had 15 returns in the last year.
Yeah, between Roman,
Between it,
I could see CM Punk only having a couple years left in the tank.
bro,
Yeah.
This might be it. You talking about a couple of years? It might be he done checked off his dream list.
He has. But I don't see Punk staying around too much longer. And that's the angle that they should go with Gunther. Like, I challenge you, your career versus whatever. Like, I like Gunther. I like him. He is like
man.
that. He is like that Ted DiBiase heel. Like, I like that.
That still had me rolling when he did the Adrian entrance. he,
Oh,
he did a whole show.
yeah. See, I like that, man. I like that.
But you know what? They should have did that at the Rumble with Cena. I said they were gonna do that at the Rumble. I got it wrong. They ended up just waiting until after the Rumble to do with AJ. But they also have an AJ appreciation night or something in Georgia this Monday, I guess.
Yeah. Bro, if they had did that with Gunther at the Rumble and hit John Cena music and Gunther run out and get
with the towel and everything.
He gave up.
Right.
Yeah, he gave up. Bro, I like the direction that they're taking with some and then not others. You know. Michael Hayes made a comment about Chelsea Green. And it's like, yo, like, saying like she's not there yet. Yo, Chelsea is up. Chelsea is ready. I like Chelsea. With just what she's been doing, she don't need to be the squash anymore. You know what I'm saying? Let her rock that belt and keep moving up. Because I can see Chelsea going one-on-one with Natty and Jade and Bianca. I can see some banger-ass matches with her. But they got to push her. It's funny because it's like they swear up and down that they listen to the fans, but they really kind of don't. They really don't.
And she can wrestle. It's like, okay, she isn't chiseled like a Jade, but she has the size there, so it isn't like Jade is gonna be like, you know what I mean, like gonna have the intimidation factor there with size. She matches up at least close enough, you know what I mean, for them to have and make sure they have an actual good match. I'll never forget. I referenced it a while back on an old show when I said Chelsea had a NXT match. I'm trying to remember who she was facing. But it might have been Roxanne Perez for the NXT Women's Championship, and Chelsea was supposed to be a full-blown heel on the main roster, and down there she was getting cheered. She had a straight-up match with Roxanne Perez, and it was a good match. Almost looked like she was gonna win, But for whatever reason, and this is why I do need to tune into Unreal and kind of start watching that too, because I know a lot of fans have been giving WWE creative flack because they have this hesitance to just not push certain people. Like they were saying, I know a main point that I heard was Penta. Paul Heyman was telling them, yo, push Penta to the moon. Like, this dude's a bona fide superstar. Like, what are y'all doing? And they're for whatever reason, he gets a prominent, he gets the bells and whistles in the entrance, but There's no
give
championship.
him the green light, like,
You know?
because they ain't been doing shit with Ray Phoenix either. They've done next to nothing with Ray. They need to push Penta, like, bro. That intro of his and how he sets the tone and the bro, stop. Penta is that dog. Javon Evans, Obafemi, like, bro, they got some cats that they really need to push. It's funny as hell because it's like Sami Zayn is like the Chicago Cubs. Like he's like the lovable loser. Like, bro, bro can't catch a break.
Legit.
Bro can't catch a break. And then they also got stuff going in the right direction with like Dominic. I'm not really here for the Finn Balor thing. Not to sound like a hater, I'm just,
Back
You
to,
know-
real quick, back to the Chelsea Green thing, man. To your point, it's just like they don't listen, and then it's like it's organic too. The girl is over. I'm hoping maybe they'll, because I don't think there's a definitive favorite for the women heading into who might win the briefcase this year. I'm thinking if she's healthy, Roxanne might get it. But I'm in for Chelsea Green getting the briefcase, because at least with the briefcase, because somebody wins the Rumble, I feel like they set them up for a potential long title run if they get the title, right? The briefcase, usually people don't keep it that long. There's some outliers, like Seth, I think, had it 7-8 months after he cashed in. Somebody else cashed in, and they had it. I think Bailey had it for a decent amount of time after she cashed in. Oh no, she lost it, I think, and then she had turned heel and got it back. My fault. But the point is, Chelsea's come a long way from accusing Daniel Bryan of trying to get more than just physical therapy. Y'all remember that segment, right?
Mm-hmm.
Just saying. Same way Tommaso Ciampa came a long way from being Muhammad Hassan's lawyer.
Bro.
Man.
All right, so here,
He just took it back.
I got a heated round table.
All right,
No.
let me cue it up. And then you can give it to us. Hold on 1 second.
Pause.
Ooh, the round table's getting heated. Heated round table.
That
Hear
was
me
a good
out.
pause, KG. That was a good pause.
Hear me out. Do we really need the Bella Twins back?
No.
Like, bro, why y'all here, man? Like, what? Why y'all here?
Homegrown talent.
Not a diss to Nikki or Brie.
No,
They
different.
can't hang with these new girls.
At all.
They can't. We don't need. Wasn't they realtors? Like, wasn't you on Dancing with the Stars? Like, America's Funniest Home Video? Do that. We don't need them back, bro. I never thought Brie and Nikki were that good anyway. So it's like, come on, man. What are we doing? What do y'all think?
I think the mask person gonna attack them next.
Bro, that would be funny as hell. They should
Well,
have
why-
a night. They should just have a night where the masked man attack everybody that got a match. Like
The masked man,
Jackson-
the masked man was an honorary ooze to the Vision at first.
like, bro, like each match had a masked man come out and just hit somebody and run.
Just pull a Stone Cold. Remember years back that one episode of Raw
Oh yeah, he just kept
Oh,
coming
when
in
he
his face.
raised hell.
just was stunning everybody. Just it didn't matter who
And
you
he
were.
walked out, and he walked through the crowd. No, to answer Phil's serious question, no, I do not need to see the Bella Twins on my television screen. I tried to I tried to throw a what do you call it, like a lifeline, so to speak, and say, okay, you know, they have a following, yada yada yada, you know, to help casual fans view some like when she was shooting with Stephanie Vaquer. I said Vaquer, sorry. I said, okay, she has a following among casual fans. If you look at Nikki Bella's Instagram following, 3 point whatever 4 million. So you know, with the casual fans, maybe that helps Stephanie get over a little bit more in during her title reign. Okay, but I'm with Phil. They can't hang with them, man. Remember that time she did try to do that disaster kick against Becky, and she like completely,
Did she like completely miss?
yeah. Maybe she, maybe
Like,
she, maybe she thought she saw little Jimmy.
I don't know. Like,
Nah, it's bad, bro.
I think bringing Brie back to let Tommaso Ciampa go, that's a raw deal. To me, that's a raw deal.
It's like the
The
Bulls trading all those players, and we can get a single first round pick back through the last trade deadline.
yeah, like DIY was good. I don't know why they let Tommaso Ciampa go or we didn't negotiate his contract. That division was stacked right now with DIY, Motor City Machine Guns, MFT,
Fraxium.
Fraxium, what's my man's name? Uncle Howdy's Uncle
Toxic. I'm joking.
oh bro,
Bro, this is getting
that
over.
storyline so lame. But no, who
It's
was
getting
Uncle Howdy's
over.
group? What's Uncle Howdy's group?
YS6. YS6.
Bro, like you got a stacked division. Why did y'all do that?
You see that fake picture they sending around, floating around, talking about Montez gained weight? When that clearly wasn't even Montez.
Man, the Street Profits, you know, when they come back, what's up with them? Like, what happened with them?
They're doing NXT shows right now. I think what happened was Bianca
The
went
Street
home.
Profits?
Yeah, Bianca had went home obviously because of the injury, so they gave Montez some time off to be with his wife. And from there, recently, maybe last month, I want to say, I saw on Instagram they had activated the Street Profits again and had been utilizing them for NXT live events.
So they do this whole big angle with New Day, right?
Trash.
And they didn't even capitalize on it. They gave them the titles, what, 1 or 2 months? They're getting legitimate heat. Now they're just doing segments in between the actual show. If you're watching them on Netflix, man, there's a lot going. It's a lot of bad stuff happening with both shows right now outside the main event picture. I'll just say that. The main event picture is fire for both shows, AEW and WWE, but it's lacking in a lot of other areas in both brands.
Yeah. Yes.
I have a clip here I want to play for you guys before we get out of here for the night. It's from O'Shea Jackson Jr.'s podcast, No Contest Wrestling Podcast. They did an interview with John Cena where John Cena kind of pulled back shit, I can't talk tonight.
The curtains.
Pull back the curtain on some of the preliminary plans for his year for the retirement tour. So some of this stuff, bro, I'm just kind of in amazement that they didn't go with it because it would have been just that much good. And you would have had what's kind of missing right now for this build up to WrestleMania, that ace in the hole, which would have been John Cena. And, you know, putting him up against whoever, you could have led up to him versus Gunther for WrestleMania. And that could have been a moment, if you will. I could only compare it to Brock Lesnar and Undertaker. You know what I'm saying? It would have mirrored damn near the ending of the streak, you know? But let me play this part real quick for you guys.
I was gonna win 17. We were gonna have someone cut
Can you guys
out,
hear it?
restart the match, and Roman was gonna take it back. But during Roman's, the height, I was just anybody's favorite. I was just destroying online, and then I get a bunch of hate comments. But boy, when your music hit, that damn, or was it SummerSlam? Yeah, that comeback, I was like, this motherfucker, bro. Like, of course, how fucking poetic that is, John, to come and take this from Roman right now. He's gonna get 17. Like, I ran it all through. I fantasy booked the entire.
You were close. That night was supposed to go very different.
Oh, really?
Yeah, you were supposed to get a fear sandwich.
What?
Yeah. And
Thank you, God.
in the last moment, we had a surprise guest booked, and he came out after the match was over. Brock. They didn't secure Brock until 5 p.m. that day. And you want to talk about pivoting, right? A message to anybody out there listening, thinking I'm talking from a high place or a glass house. I was going to win 17. We were going to have someone cut out and restart the match, and Roman was going to take it back.
I've never heard this.
So this is creative. And the way we put together the match was we were going to give him a hell of a match. Everything out the door, no rules, no nothing, like tons of finishers, all this stuff, because I was going to win. And then Roman was going to take it back. So you have this battle, this hard-fought battle, and then through a nefarious set of rules, matches restarted, here we go. Then we secure Brock. And TR comes and said, I need to see him. We're switching the finish. To what? Roman over. Yep. Clean. Yep. Okay. What do you want
All right. So what y'all think?
I don't think Cena was supposed to be. I don't think it made sense for Cena to get a 17 beating Roman, because Roman, they needed to build that storyline to. I think it ended the perfect way. People weren't necessarily happy with Cody's run after a while, because it's tough to keep a babyface champion engaging for over a year, especially in today's day and age. But I think Roman did what he needed to do. He made somebody else a star when he dropped that title, which is what he was supposed to do.
I agree. I think how it went was good. I still don't like the finish. The John Cena smirk and tap. I don't like that. But then I think, like, for him to win it off Roman, only for Roman to get it back same night, that'd have been kind of lame.
That was super lame.
Like,
What purpose would that have served in the storyline? That's
just for him to say, "Oh, well, I won it 17 times, but here I
go." Right, because he was over, but at the same time, it was like, had Roman actually lost, I think, even if it was to that moment, I don't think it would have got that big of a pop.
I don't think so either.
Did it on Monday Night Raw, one of those old school moves. You remember how they used to do that with Mankind?
That too.
On Sunday, lose it back on Monday Night Raw.
That too, yeah. Hey, that was always funny when they did it. Like, I want my rematch tonight here in Boston on Monday Night Raw. Like, I always thought that was hilarious, because they did that a lot with Mankind, Triple H.
They did that with Kane when he beat Stone Cold in that first blood match. And he lost. I was like, what was the point?
Right, because Stone Cold got it right back the next night, right?
Yeah.
And you know what? That was like legit. It wasn't literally the beginning of the end for Kane, but when they did that, that stopped some of Kane's momentum, because Kane was a dog. Like, I don't think people really understand how vital Kane was to the Attitude Era. Even after that moment, but some of that took a little bit of his magic away, if you will.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Bro,
rest his soul. Remember he hit Vader with the wrench?
Man, oh man. Dude, I gotta tell y'all, do you know how hard my heart was broken when I found out they wasn't brothers? Bro, I was so upset when I found out Kane and Undertaker were brothers. Bro, like, how they hooked us with that storyline.
At least they kept up the facade. At least they kept up the facade in the storyline, though. Edge and Christian all of a sudden was best friends. Because remember, they was brothers.
Mm-hmm. When they first announced the group.
They sure as hell were announced as, but see, See, bro.
But they just like got rid of his storyline. They like with no rhyme or reason. Like they at least they at least kept up the facade with Undertaker and Kane. Like they still called them the brothers. Did you see that? Y'all saw that reel where they were like they need to be stopped. They menaces. When they was just beating people up backstage with the sound effect. Fire!
Man, I got this. Fire!
I'll never forget. I was on the bus with one of my buddies. He wrestles now too. His name Josh. And we were on the bus, and for whatever reason, we started talking to this white guy. He was with his girlfriend. They were wrestling fans. I can't remember if they heard us talking about wrestling or whatever. And they were like super duper marks. They were like, "Yo, no, they're really brothers. They're really brothers. Like we saw them at this event. Blah 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 blah." Like really? Oh, we just all into it. And years later, it gets discovered. Like, yeah, nah, they're not real brothers. This is Isaac Yankem. And this was Mean Mark Calloway. Like,
Isaac Yankem DDS. And y'all remember he had them bad teeth? Like, what was that? Like, yeah. Isaac Yankem DDS and Mean Mark Calloway. He was a cowboy.
Yeah. With Teddy Long. Teddy Long was his manager.
Y'all remember what Teddy Long?
And then Paul E. Dangerously was his manager. Yep.
Yeah, I remember what Teddy Long would come to the ring with that big ass do-rag on his head.
Jerry curl flowing up under it.
Man, bro. Oh, dude. Yeah, you are right, because Kane... You remember Kane did that one night on Raw too. Remember he just kept coming out and choke
slamming everybody. Yeah. I just yo, we don't have those kind of moments anymore, bro. Because Stone Cold got a pop literally every single time he came out. Like he came out that entire night. It was like 2 hours. He was out like maybe every 15, 20 minutes, whatever it was. And every time he came out,
in the back, in the front,
you just heard the glass, and the crowd went wild every single time.
Wasn't that the night? He did that to Double J. He did that to Jeff Jarrett that night, and walked down right out the ring and went right onto the back like next victim. Yeah, I miss that stuff. Like that's the stuff they need to get back.
Those kind of moments. And yeah, man, it's kind of crazy, especially with those sales being down now. And I kind of alluded to it with KG last week. And we can get your thoughts on the field before we get out of here. Just with the ticket sales being slow for WrestleMania 42. What are your thoughts on that? And me and KG's conversation, it was just kind of like, yo, they have this thing priced now. It's not priced for the fans anymore. It's just like, yo, this is a special event. I mentioned it last week. I might have mentioned it before last week. Elimination Chamber. I saw the tickets for that, and like the 300 level tickets was like $350. I said, I know you lying. I'm not paying $350 to be all the way up there. If you ever been to a Bulls game and then you're in the 300 level, no, I'm not.
Yeah, especially for wrestling, because even though unlike basketball, there's no bad angle, but at the same time, look how small the wrestlers gonna look from that high up at the United Center. But that's what happens when you run these venues that are bigger venues like that. That's why a lot of times they stay away from Madison Square Garden and stuff. The rent is more, and then also you got to boost up ticket prices to justify having to rent that building for that night.
And this is kind of like why back in the day you used to have, and you guys are old enough, y'all remember, the pay-per-views used to have a sponsor. Oh, this is brought to you by Snickers. There used to be several sponsors.
Yeah.
Not just one sponsor.
Slim Jim, Snickers, Gatorade. Yeah, they used to have a lot of sponsors. So, WWE is really shooting themselves in the foot with these ticket prices. And I understand the overall goal is money. You want to make the money, which I get. but you also have to keep in mind who's your audience, right? Elimination Chamber in Chicago, in the United Center. At one point in time, I remember being in the skybox for a Bulls game and was like, damn, they look like ants. I'm in the skybox, cool. But damn, let me zoom in on my phone. You're not thinking about the middle class family, dad, mom that wants to surprise their kid by taking them to a show. I told y'all know I went to Monday Night Raw in September at the Pfizer Center. Bro, that was over $500 for everything. You know what I'm saying? And it's kind of like, yo, come on, man. Come on. I had a homie that went to WrestleMania last year. You know how much that mug paid for the tickets to be in the nosebleed? No. The best seat, right here at the crib. You have to look out for you have to in some way cater to your audience and trust to know bro, like when you think about it, when you really think about it, especially like with our generation, or at least with me and you, Logan, I ain't trying to be funny, KG, so don't take it as a diss. You remember mugs had the black box and mugs who didn't have a black box. If you didn't have a black box, you just got the basic ass channels. And the one thing for sure is Muzz on the weekend. Muzz was watching that wrestling because that was when on Fox. That was when you had the what was that show? Remember, it'd be like Michael Hayes in like the studio, and you see all the TVs and stuff behind. Y'all remember it used to come on right after Saturday morning cartoons. That's how Muggs caught up. They didn't have it. They didn't have the money to get cable. Yeah. So, and my point that I'm getting to is, times was tight then, times is tight now. Yo, you want how much to sit where? And all I want to do is just bless my kid? I'm better off pirating it somewhere. You know what I'm saying? I'm better off that way. Because I got to think about my pocket too. Y'all already in the billions. Think about how many families are struggling, let alone. You feel what I'm saying? And not that I'm trying to be on some big humanitarian type, you know. When you go there, ain't no cheap items. You gonna want to, bro. I brought, when me and Junior went, the cheapest item that they had was $75. No. The Yeet glasses. The Yeet glasses, yes. The Soldier Boy whiteout glasses. Bro, them joints was like $40, $35-$40. You know, but you don't want to be cheap because you want your kid to have a memorable experience. Oh my God, what the so yeah, you drop the bread, but it's like, damn. That's damn near somebody's car note. They're going to lose a lot of fan base on that. A lot. Because, and we've seen this before with TNA. We've seen it before with Ring of Honor. We've seen it before with AEW. Where they used to have these massive stadiums. Now they don't. Because the camera, them angles are only going to do so much. It's only going to work for so long. You know what I'm saying? I remember one of the first times I went to Monday Night Raw. This was during the PG era. This is when John Cena was beefing with Tyson Tomko. Yeah, you remember that? Oh, wow. Yeah. Oh, wow. Bro, I remember having them like a whole section like covered up. Like legit covered. And they was like, hey, y'all can move down if y'all want. Bet. You know what I'm saying? But the price was worth it. You know, it wasn't ridiculous. To be able to try to enjoy this and the fanfare of it, but you damn near gonna be broke afterward? No, I'm cool. I'll watch it on the TV. I'll catch a few reels. I'll order my stuff from ProWrestlingT.com and save me some money. You know, like, bro, like, and you can't really fault nobody, you know? And I hate to be long-winded, but that's some of these, bro, 350 to be in the 300, bro, you're smoking rocks, bro.
And somebody's gonna pay it. I wasn't gonna pay it, but somebody's gonna pay it.
Hey, bro, you've been put in a lot of positions where you shouldn't have had to pay the bill.
I put the alley oop for that one too. I ain't even.
But that's just me, bro. That's just me. That's just me.
Nah, hey, you just brought back some memories, dude. I remember, we're gonna get ready to get out of here, but the pay-per-views, dude, I would listen to them. Like, we couldn't afford them, so we weren't purchasing them. You know what I'm saying, on pay-per-view. But we just that old now, because you just made me. I was like, man, we that old. The pay-per-view would be on. You could hear Gorilla Monsoon and Vince commentary. It just would be staticky. You couldn't see it. So I would have it on literally if nobody else was watching it in the house. Nobody wanted to watch TV in the front room. Boom. Royal Rumble. Let's see what's going on. And I would just listen. And it was just kind of like going back to, like, I guess, you know, maybe 40s and 50s when people got around the radio. But that's how I used to have to listen to pay-per-views, you know, before I got older and before the WWE network and all this kind of stuff. And I could just pay for it myself. You know what I mean? But yeah,
and with them being such a global force now, because, like, let's really look at the optics here. Y'all doing business in Saudi Arabia. You know what I'm saying? Y'all had this huge European run. Like, yo, funnel some of this stuff, bring back the network. Or partner with Netflix and have anything and everything on Netflix. You know what I'm saying? Yo, I shouldn't have to look so many different places to get what I'm looking for. You know what I'm saying? Especially with, like, the old school, the new school, this, that, blah, 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 blah. Have everything in one spot. This way people know where to go. Absolutely. Okay. I might not go to the event, but at least this person has WWE app or the network, and they're watching it. They're tuning in because essentially we're paying for it anyway. Mm-hmm. But, you know, I digress. As a huge fan, you got to look out for your audience. Or even if they did, like, yo, y'all remember the old school... Remember the old school giveaway that they would do on those, like, Saturday morning shows? Be our 15th caller for your chance to win tickets to the night. Bro, bring some of that back. Bring some of that back. I guarantee you they would pull in more people if they had things like that. Because, bro, ticket prices is ridiculous. Man, I know the homie that paid a couple stacks just for one ticket to Mania last year. A couple stacks? Nah, bro. For one ticket? One? And he wasn't on the floor? Nah, bro. Mm-mm.
Yeah. Mm-mm. Fix it, WWE. Fix it. Well, man, that's all I got this week, y'all. If y'all want to rest your laurels at that moment.
KG, you got anything?
Nah, I ain't got nothing, brother.
KG ready. KG like, yo, this is about our
Is he
time.
ready? he ready for bed.
KG like, yeah, this is about our time. All right, we finna get it right.
Like, all right,
y'all.
That's all.
Well, people that did tune in this week, I want to thank y'all. We weren't on our normal night. You know what I'm saying? The party usually starts at 8 on Wednesdays, but started at 8 on Thursday this week. We will be back on Wednesday next week. So make sure you tune in on YouTube at NMG TV. You can also catch us on Facebook, YouTube, as I mentioned, Twitch, X or Twitter, or Kick. You can watch us on either of those. Search Hot Take Wrestling or NMG TV on Kick. There was an issue with the posts on X as far as live videos last week. I don't know if it's taking place this week, but I did see that notification on StreamYard when I was setting up the live for the night. So I try to make sure that I can get that link from last week posted on X for us. Phil, are we doing After Dark tonight, sir?
Yeah, I'm down.
All right. Well, you guys, y'all get ready.
Oh, wait, are we doing After Dark or are we doing Hot Takes?
After Dark.
Hey, you know, I'm with it.
All right. Well, we'll take a uno momento. We take a break. You know what I'm saying? And we get back to it for y'all. For myself, for Phil, for KG. This is Hot Take Wrestling Podcast. And yeah, we'll catch you guys next week for life.
Busta Rhymes, 2000. We got the fire now. Come on. Hey, come on. Hey, whether it's from over, unless you best believe. Busta Rhymes more flavor than all the rest. Before the mess, hardcoreness, before the stress. Got to get this flawless flow above my chest.